Okay, so before I go into the watch list for Tuesday, August 22nd, took a quick screenshot off of our normal chat room sign up page. It's just a still screenshot showing you our options for lifetime membership in our chat room. We are one of, if not the only chat room that calls out all of our ideas before they actually trigger, before we actually take them. There's no in XYZ. And if we have time on the mic, we'll even explain why we're calling what we're calling. We'll explain the trade setup. So these are the prices, and you'll notice these are the only options available on our website. 1 month, 1 year, 2 years. For the sale that we're running for back to school, I took a screenshot off of that sale. Shows you the course over here, and over here we actually brought back our lifetime membership for this sale. This is the last time in 2017 you can get a lifetime membership. As soon as this sale ends, you won't. And not only can you get it, but it's $4.99 versus right now $7.99 for 2 years. So it won't get any better than this, and I'm not bringing back the lifetime membership in 2017. So this sale is going to end, I think, fairly soon. And I just wanted to make sure everybody understood the lifetime membership. These don't happen all the time, and it's not going to be available the rest of the year after this. And this price, as good as it gets. So I wanted to make that clear because I don't really talk about the sales too often in the videos, but that is such a deal that I hate to see people miss it. So so there's that. And then we've got the SPY. Kind of a narrow range today, much lower volume than Thursday and Friday. I think everybody was out there staring at the sun. So there was not a lot of action today. I made a joke about should we short solars going into the solar eclipse, and some people, responded normally, and other people on StockTwits and Twitter said, "You're joking, right?" So you never know. I guess some people out there might actually have a thesis that into a solar eclipse you short solars. Having said that, the solars were extremely weak today, ironically enough. All right, so the SPY, anyway, narrow range. I'm going to show you a couple solars actually because they're on my watch list. JKS was already selling off for 3 days, and then this big sell-off today. That's a big candle for this one. So I will be looking for a snapback bounce in JKS. Same thing with CSIQ. So there's a couple solars that were pretty beaten up today. I'm just going to assume it had nothing to do with the eclipse, but it's kind of funny that they sold off today. Foot Locker, another nasty day. This one is set up for a snapback bounce. This thing was over $50, a couple weeks ago, trading down here at 31.82. I think this one is absolutely worth watching for a bounce. RGC, kind of the same thing. This was on Bounce Watch today, and it goes back on Bounce Watch tomorrow. It's just getting that downside shape. This AMC, you could call AMC RGC's sister stock. They're both movie theaters. Finding buyers. You got a couple tails down here the last couple days, and if you look at AMC, had nice volume at the close, closing near the high. So that might bode well for RGC to bounce tomorrow as well. So anyway, GoPro has been on Bounce Watch for a few days in a row, and it's just another red day. Gave no setup today, and it, now it's come down so far over the last 5 days that we've almost got a gap fill, but I can't take it off the list now, so we'll keep watching it. SPWH had the gap up on earnings. Nice rally intraday, but gave a lot of that back, and then another red day today. But if you switch to 15s, you can still call this 2-day or day-and-a-half sell-off a partial retracement from where it started around 350. So having said that, even though it looks kind of toppy, right? It looks like it's now it's going to come down and fill the gap. I still like it for a potential bounce back up tomorrow. IDXG, I'll zoom in a little bit here. This had a nice strong close. I called it in chat today over this little flag right here. I said 120. It looked like this. I called it at 124. Worst case stop, I don't know. I think I said 119. Volume came in as it broke the high of day. It's a recent high flyer and was kind of flagging nicely. So when I saw volume coming in, I called it at 124, and it ended up going closing at 134, which doesn't sound like much, but a dime on a dollar something stock is pretty nice, and it closed pretty strong, so it looks good going into tomorrow as well. I'm not a swing trader, but if I was, I might have held a few. Anyway, I had a nice trade in that one today. JC Penney's, oh man, I don't know, this one's tough. It keeps getting these volume spikes. Again, it came out with another insider buy today, 25,000 shares by a director, I think. It's not, I tell you what, bottom feeding isn't working that great in these, in this environment for some reason. While I think JCPenney's was basically sitting at all-time lows, 100,000 share buy on Friday by the CEO, 25,000 share buy director, and maybe some more that I don't know of, but this is not a great trader. Anyway, it goes back on watch tomorrow because of those volume spikes today, and it ended up having kind of big volume going into the close. Anyway, it's not a great setup, but one of these days it might get a pop. And I'll just point out like Teva and CBI, you're not seeing a lot of V bottoms. As beaten up as some of these stocks are, they're still kind of just not really giving any bounces. So that makes me a little bit less excited about this JC Penney's, but I still think it deserves to be watched. FENG, normally when I have a crazy move like this, and normally, and I'll say even now, not just normally, even now, I like this to come down into at least below the 8-day. So I kind of think this has another day or two to come lower. But sometimes a stock is just so stupid strong that, you get one red day and the next day it's right back up. So, I'm going to start watching it tomorrow. And then TJX is interesting because it's kind of flagging here below 72. And this is sort of predicated on the theory that Ross Stores might, ROST might, rip higher because it gapped up and it's finding buyers down here around 58. And so it might just rip higher one of these days. And if it does, TJX, pretty nice sister stock to that one, might rip through 72. So it's sort of a sympathy play if Ross Stores breaks out. And you could also watch that ROST too. I'm not in love with this list, but I'm hoping we'll find some nice gappers and some nice scanner plays tomorrow as well. So the eclipse is behind us, so hopefully there'll be more people trading tomorrow and give us a little bit more volatility. All right, and have a great night, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.